For those who know me beyond the veil of the internet, I am known to rage bait. So much so to where it's almost cost me my job a couple times. But I have never once been compelled to rage bait an individual with the capacity to kill me with their bare hands. And that part of your brain that activates, notifying you that you should not proceed with your current course of action, otherwise you will become a statistic, was not firing for DeenTheGreat. I'm not really all that familiar with DeenTheGreat. I just know that he is a live streamer that has had a really unfortunate past 24 hours. He's a semi-professional boxer with a 1-0 professional record, and he's got a few wins in the Misfit Boxing League. He's apparently known for a very unorthodox and dangerous fighting style in the ring. It just doesn't look like he's applied that to real life. Because during a live stream with Rampage Jackson, a former UFC fighter, they were accompanied by another UFC fighter, Tiki Ghosn. Tiki Ghosn. I would have lost all of my kids' college fund if I bet on that. Tiki boasts a record of 10-7-1, which is nothing really special at UFC level, but he's still among the elite to even be in there. I don't really think that he did the math that a MMA fighter can absolutely demolish a boxer in a street fight 9 times out of 10. Because out of everybody present during that live stream, he decided that he wanted to rage bait that motherfucker. No doubt if you're watching this video, you've already seen the clip of Dean getting absolutely schlepped by Tiki with a diabolical right cross.
Are you the guy that got slapped on video?
I did, but I'll slap the shit out you though.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. I'm going to show you the inside of the house.
I'll make you another clip. Don't do that.
Seriously?
Don't do that.
Absolutely discombobulated. I will, to his credit, he did get back up pretty fast. I don't think he really knew where he was, what year it was, or what his name is. He got up faster than I can from a toilet after leg day, went straight after Tiki, and started throwing hands. Did absolutely no damage, by the way. I don't know, he could have gotten a few cuts or something, but a bunch of people, including Rampage, come over and break it up. And why I said he's having a pretty bad 24 hours, if getting right crossed by a former UFC fighter isn't enough to make that a miserable day, in the clip, you could see that Tiki was referencing that he got slapped. Because just a couple hours before that, Dean, the not currently doing so great, got slapped by Larry Wheels, the genetically modified gorilla of a bodybuilder whose laugh lowers the air quality of all inhabitants surrounding the area.
You reckon I'm trying to get it? Oh!
If I had to choose between getting punched by Tiki and getting slapped by Larry Wheels, I'm taking the punch. I can't even call the slap disrespectful because he was slapping him for being disrespectful to his wife. And he wasn't even looking at him. He was looking down at the ground with Dean in his peripheral, and he was just thinking, praying that he would say something disrespectful that would give him probable cause to slap him. And he did. And he did it without hesitation. At this point, I am just fully expecting Dean to get punched in the balls by Francis Ngannou like they did to Steve-O and Jackass. Because at this rate, and given the law of exponential growth, by the end of the month, he's going to have his jaw wired shut. And honestly, I do think that they should have Francis Ngannou punch this guy in the balls. It would be a public service, because apparently they are so big that he goes up to a man the size of Larry Wheels and says that his wife is up for grabs, and then grabs her within striking distance of the man. I just hope that to the younger generation, Dean is nothing but a lol cow, and isn't someone that they actually look up to, because guys like Dean, these nuisance streamers that just go around and starting shit and being disrespectful to people, especially women. And I was just going to say, well, this is just yet another example of why society will never get better as a whole, because there are people who are able to gain fame, like this guy, from actions like this. And then I realized every great story needs a villain for their protagonist to beat the brakes off of. An Aryan Targaryen to their dunk, if you will. Ooh, jump scare, the sun is out. What's that? It's a giant fireball in the sky, but that's not important right now. While I was editing this, I found that Sean Strickland made a comment about this, and I love Sean. He's an absolute meme of a human being in the realm of UFC. But he had some choice words for Tiki.
You know, he knocks out the streamer, which was a sucker punch, by the way. Like, you had a cup and you sucker punched a guy in the face. What would be dope to say, all right, man, you want to fucking fight? Make the circle. Like, that's what a fucking man does, dude. Like, what a woman beating fucking rapist, like, that's what he does. He just looks away like, Like, oh yeah, you serious? You serious? Boom, sucker punch. Like what? That's kind of being a little bitch to me.
Tiki is retired. He's still a manager in the UFC, particularly for fighters like AJ Sterling. And while Sean is criticizing Tiki for hitting Dean with a surprise cross instead of fighting him like a man, Sean took the opportunity to bring up allegations of predatory behavior from Tiki towards his fighters. Allegations that were made by Sean himself, as far as I'm concerned, and Tiki has made no public address regarding these allegations. And I just find it funny that Sean, of all people, is calling out Tiki for unnecessary roughness outside of the ring when Sean literally got suspended for unnecessary roughness. Well, not outside of the ring. He entered a ring he wasn't supposed to be in and beat up a guy. And another development while I was editing is that Dean made an apology. And it was about as good of an apology as you could expect from a streamer, particularly from a streamer of Dean's caliber. And he basically just took the opportunity to call out Dana White, who posted something on social media regarding the incident with Tiki, just to set up an MMA fight. Not necessarily with Tiki, just fucking anybody, it seems like. And buddy, Dean. That's not a good idea. Anyways, that's all I really have to say on the matter. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Love you, bye.